Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And I was thinking a lot yesterday about what I want to do with this channel going into 2019, and if you've watched this channel for a while, what you know is that I wake up every morning, I do my meditations, my prayers, my gratitudes, positive affirmations, all of that. And in the summer, I did a lot of it outside, and it was such a nice way for me just to connect and get, balanced in the morning, to be outside, to look at my backyard, and to see the dogs running around and things like that. So I really, going into 2019, want to do a lot of my meditations outside. It is currently 5 p.m. and it is about 28 degrees in Indianapolis right now, which is why I have on a scarf and a coat and everything else. But I thought, you know what, it'd be kind of fun to do one outside. I actually have my ring light out here and everything because it's just not, the lighting is horrible. But it just pulled it outside. I was like, this is kind of easy. I like doing it out here on my patio. This is fun. So going into 2019, I'm going to be doing a lot of meditations and a lot of my stories just sitting outside. I'm going to go and find like gardens in Indianapolis, and if we're traveling, maybe being on the beach and things like that. I know that sometimes when they're outside, the sound is not great, so I'm going to be fixing that. I just want you to know. So I don't know today. It's rather windy out here, so there may be wind that comes through and whatever, and I apologize, but I will be fixing that for 2019. The other thing is I just ordered, I'm just sharing this. This is not my review channel, but I just ordered these reading glasses online because I wanted reading glasses. Everywhere I go, they don't have like, cute reading glasses. So I ordered, I'm losing my book, but I ordered these reading glasses and I got these. I actually got a black pair and a brown pair together, and they were, do you see them? They're kind of cute. And they were $9.99 for two on Amazon, and then I got this pair, which I really like as well. And see, they're kind of like Ray-Bans a little bit, and they were $12.99. So I now have reading glasses so that I can read my meditations a little bit better. But out here, it doesn't seem to be so bad. The meditation that I'm going to read for you today is actually from yesterday, and it's such a fantastic meditation. I feel like it encompasses so many things that I have talked about on this channel in the last year, and it is, of course, from Melody Beatty's The Language of Letting Go, and it is called Near the Top, and it's from December 27th. It's a long meditation, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to slow down while I read it so you guys can really hear what it has to say, and then afterwards I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Near the top. I know you're tired. I know you feel overwhelmed. You may feel as though this crisis, this problem, this hard time will last forever. It won't. You are almost through. You don't just think it has been hard. It has been hard. You have been tested, tried, and retested on what you have learned. Your beliefs and your faith have been tried in fire. You have believed, then doubted, then worked at believing some more. You have had to have faith even when you could not see or imagine what you were asked to believe. Others around you may have tried to convince you not to believe in what you were hoping you could believe. You have had opposition. You have not gotten to this place with total support and joy. You have had to work hard in spite of what was happening around you. Sometimes what motivated you was anger, sometimes fear. Things went wrong. More problems occurred than you anticipated. There were obstacles, frustrations, and annoyances en route. You did not plan on this being the way it would evolve. Much of this has been a surprise. Some of it has not been at all what you desired. Yes, it has been good. Part of you, the deepest part that knows truth, has sensed this all along, even when your head told you that things were out of whack and crazy, that there was no plan or purpose, that God had forgotten you. So much has happened, and each incident, the most painful, the most troubling, the most surprising, has a connection. You are beginning to see and sense that. You never dreamt things would happen this way, did you? But they did. Now you are learning the secret. They were meant to happen this way, and this way is good. Better than what you expected. You didn't believe it would take this long either, did you? But it did. You have learned patience. You never thought you could have it, but now you know you do. You have been led. Many were the moments when you thought you were forgotten, when you were convinced you had been abandoned. Now you know you have been guided. Now things are coming into place. You are almost at the end of this phase, this difficult portion of the journey. The lesson is almost complete. You know, the lesson you fought, resisted, and insisted you could not learn. Yes, that one. You have almost mastered it. You have been changed from the inside out. You have been moved to a different level, a higher level, a better level. You have been climbing a mountain. It has not been easy. But mountain climbing is never easy. Now you are near the top. A moment longer and the victory shall be yours. Steady your shoulders. Breathe deeply. Move forward in confidence and peace. The time is coming to relish and enjoy all which you have fought for. That time is drawing near, finally. I know you have thought before that the time was drawing near, only to learn that it wasn't. But now the reward is coming. You know that too. You can feel it. Your struggle has not been in vain. For every struggle on this journey, there is a climax or resolution. Peace, joy, abundant blessings, and reward are yours here on earth. Enjoy. There will be more mountains, but now you know how to climb them, and you have learned the secret of what is at the top. Today, I will accept where I am and continue pushing forward. If I am in the midst of a learning experience, I will allow myself to continue on with the faith that the day of mastery and reward will come. Help me, God, understand that despite my best efforts to live in peaceful serenity, there are times of mountain climbing. Help me stop creating chaos and crisis, and help me meet the challenges that will move me upward and forward. Now, let me tell you why this meditation is so important to me today, okay? I don't think it's any mystery to anybody that this has not been an easy year for me. It's been a very difficult year. It's been a year of me learning very valuable lessons about myself, about the world. It's been a year of me doing a lot of inventory on myself of who I was, who I am, and who I want to be going forward. And it's been a tough year. There have been times that I have been forced to look at things that I didn't want to look at. There have been times that I have had to inventory things and look at my part in things that were uncomfortable for me to look at, that I didn't want to do. But there has been growth that has come from that. Each time that has happened, I've almost got to the lesson, and then something else has happened. Something else has happened. You know, it's like things were going great, and then my uncle passed away this year. You know, this was happening and that was happening, and when I look at the past year, just to isolate this year, I've had moments of just fantastic beauty. And I've also had moments of tragedy and sorrow. And I think that's really what life is all about, the bitter and the sweet. And I have to appreciate both, because without one, I wouldn't know the other. I have been in a place of complete peace and serenity recently, and you know, I talk about that on here on a regular basis. That's not to say, and I don't for one second want people to think that I just go around, you know, every day like life is so perfect. I don't. I have my moments where I really start doubting the journey, and I start getting really, you know, upset about things. And yesterday I took my car in for a normal maintenance because my car is at 200,000 miles, and when I got the call about all of the things I have to fix on it, it was extremely expensive. It wasn't what I was expecting. I do have the money to fix it, but my car is really not even worth that much at this point. So I have to make some hard decisions. Now, when I look at this in the grand scheme of things, like losing an uncle, or people that are suffering, you know, with their health, or a child that is fighting, or anybody that's fighting for one more day on this earth, you know, and I look at that in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't that big of an issue. And gratitude really helped me come out of that yesterday. But when it happened, and when I got the call, and I thought, I mean, and it was kind of astronomical, and when I got the call, I really was kind of like, how much more am I supposed to take? Like, and even though it seems like you know, we call those first world problems, you know, at that moment, like, I wasn't seeing all of the gratitude, and I actually had to sit down and I had to do some work, and I had to take a look at, you know, the fact that, you know, because for me, it was like, I've taken my car and I've had the things done, you know, all this kind of stuff, and so I had to take a look at it, and I had to say, this really isn't that big of a deal. You'll get through this. There are going to be 100 times, million times worse things in life, you know? And I think that, you know, there's always going to be another lesson. We're always going to be climbing the mountain, so to speak. And that was just a superficial thing, my car, you know? And the thing I kept on going back to was when my uncle got sick and passed away, you know, this year. And I mean, he had been sick for a while, but when he passed away, and I was thinking a lot about that. And on the heels of that, I found out that a very close friend of mine has cancer. And it just really put everything in perspective. It made me feel very, very grateful for the life that I have. It made me realize that I live a very blessed life, you know, just to be able to every day get on camera and make videos that anybody out there, you guys, want to watch is just the coolest thing in the entire world, you know. When I get the comments, especially on this channel, and this channel means so much to me, that you guys are like, you really, like, spoke to me at a time that I needed to hear that. I want to thank you, because there are moments, and I don't talk about that on here, that I'm feeling really, really down, and those comments really, really help me. I don't think that life is just about climbing mountains and reaching the top and then having to, you know, dream a bigger dream, climb a bigger mountain, as Oprah says. I think it's about helping each other climb up the mountains. I like to think that maybe in some small way I've helped you, if you're one of those people out there that have been affected by any of the meditations that I've read. But more importantly, I want you to know at times that I've really questioned myself, at times that I've really struggled in the past year. You have helped me more than you know. It really means a lot to me. It makes me realize that I'm not on this journey alone and that I have to put one foot in front of the other. I think that when we talk about faith, faith is trusting something that has our back when we don't really see the path in front of us. And definitely, especially this year and, you know, last year with my aunt passing away and other things that have happened. And I know that death is a part of life. I know that. I've really had to test my faith and sometimes just fall into the journey. And this channel, especially, you know, being able to read the meditations on a daily basis, remind myself of what I need to talk about, getting back to a point of, you know, doing prayers, meditations in the morning, every morning, has really, really helped me in the past year, put things in perspective and remember what's really, really important. And I just want to thank you for all of that. I'm going to do videos for the rest of the year, the next couple days, but I wanted to thank you. And when I read this meditation, you know, I thought there are moments of doubt for all of us where we're like, I just can't go on anymore. Like, what, you know, what am I doing? You know, and that's kind of a little bit how I felt yesterday. I was like, I've saved all this money. I have this plan, you know, how I was going to make this car last me another year and a half. And then my plan was gone. And I was like, God has a plan for me and I'm just not aware of it right now. And, you know, that's kind of how my life has worked, that often in life, my higher power has a plan for me. And if whatever you believe in, whether it's, you know, the universe or, you know, inside yourself or whatever, we have to believe that even ourselves, you know, there's a plan in us that maybe we're not aware of yet, that it's right there, that everything that we need is inside of us. We just haven't seen it yet. And we have to see it and believe it and then put action to it. And this has been a year for me to really put action to my faith and to my belief systems and what I believe in the world, you know. And sometimes we have to go through difficult times to get to the other side of that. And, you know, sitting down and reading meditations in the morning and really taking a look at who I am and then reading what you guys have responded has really been a cathartic process for me. It's been very therapeutic to sit there and not only read the meditation and put the video up, but then also see your response to it in return. I just want to thank you for that. It's been an incredible year for me. And there's been a lot of high highs and there's been a lot of low lows and there's been a lot of being completely content too. And I kind of choose today to live in the content, you know. I think 2019 is going to be a fantastic year. Thank you for hanging along for the ride, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.